What's up, family? Kevin Clayson here, America's Chief Officer of Awesome, but more than likely you just know me as Kev. Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for being willing to participate in this study with me. This book, this gratitude book, it's become something I didn't expect it to become, and I really do think it's going to have an impact on a lot of people. But some of you've heard me say this. I'm going to share it with you anyway. Look, I don't know why I feel called to do this book, but I do feel called to do this book. And there may only be this book may get into the hands of millions of people and change millions of lives, but I guarantee this book is going to be in the hands of at least 3 people, and I believe it can change their lives. And those 3 people are my kids. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If nothing else, this whole thing that we're doing, this whole thing you're helping me with, if it lends to me being able to put together a book that can bless the lives of my kids, it's worth everything. So thank you so much for being willing to participate. So, in case you didn't want to read the long email or message that I just sent you, here's what I need you to do. Number 1, I want you to go to www.gratifuel.com. That's like gratitude, but with the word fuel in it. So Gratifuel, because I think that gratitude fuels life, and so we just created that word, Gratifuel. So I want you to go to gratifuel.com. Now, gratifuel.com, on it, you're going to see a couple things. You're going to see it says flipping the gratitude switch at the top, and you're going to see the survey. The survey is 40 questions long, and when you're on the survey, you can scroll the survey up to be able to get all the questions. The first thing you need to put in on the survey under question 1 is something in a little box. So either put your name, initials, a pseudonym, whatever you want. That's so that I can track individual data, so that if your name is really, Terry, but you don't want me to know what your results are on the test, you may put in the name Captain Awesome. And so I get to watch Captain Awesome's results track over the 5 quizzes, not knowing who you are, but still giving me specifics inside of the greater whole, but also being able to parse that out and say, certain people saw an increase of X over 30 days. Overall, the group saw an increase in happiness or joy of Y. You're not going to get a score on the quiz. Just take the quiz and hit done. I'm going to collect the data. I'll make sure that if you tell me your name, I will give you your specific trackable data. If you don't tell me your name, no worries. You'll see the data in the final book and whatnot. So, also, if you're helping me with this, I'm going to send you an autographed copy of the book as soon as it's done. That's just kind of my way of saying thank you, and I hope that, it'll be beneficial for you. I'm really excited for what you're going to do over the next 30 days. In my life, gratitude has been such a huge deciding factor in everything. And I realized, oh my gosh, I never have to have a bad day again because I can do this thing that I call flipping the gratitude switch. And so the other part of what I'm going to have you do is gratitude journal every single day. Now, that's just literally writing a sentence. Today I'm thankful that I have a plant in my office and it provides life-sustaining oxygen. That's an example. Boom, gratitude journal, done. If you're doing the Facebook thing in November, that's perfect too. You can just keep Facebooking, and that's the equivalent of doing a gratitude journal. So that's the second thing I need you to do. The third thing I need you to do is a little bit different. The book's called Flipping the Gratitude Switch because it's about this principle that if you will simply, on a daily basis, find something to experience gratitude with, like when you get frustrated or angry or, I'll give you examples here in a minute, and you can just choose to pause for a moment and choose to experience gratitude. It changes the trajectory of your life. Let me give you a couple of examples. Number 1, let's say you get out of bed and you stub your toe. It's like, oh my gosh, I just stubbed my toe again. Okay, you could be super angry. Think about it. You could be frustrated. Oh my gosh, my toe's throbbing. Your kid runs up. Daddy, mommy, I need breakfast. And you're like, I'll get there in a second. And now your kid starts to cry, and then it puts you in a worse mood, and then that just goes throughout the whole day. Or you stub your toe, and you just flip the gratitude switch, and you go, ooh, that hurt. There's a lot of people that don't even have a bed. I'm thankful. And it changes the trajectory of your day. Another example, your kid writes on the couch. May not be great, right? But think, you could be frustrated, you got to clean it, but think about how much more empty your life would be if that beautiful child wasn't in your life. And feel that gratitude changes the trajectory of your day. I want you to find at least one thing a day where something happens and you physically think, okay, let's find the silver lining in it. I'm going to choose to experience gratitude. Good to go. So I want you to do that every day as well as doing the gratitude journal. Those experiences may become what you gratitude journal about that day or the next day, and that's totally cool too. That works. I just want you physically flipping the switch and physically journaling. And then finally, on Gratifuel.com, you're going to see an opt-in box. It's asking for a name and an email. The reason is I'm going to be communicating with you throughout this entire time, and I'm just going to send out an email to everybody in the study and just say, hey, reminder, it'll probably just be in the subject line, so look for that. Hey, reminder to gratitude journal. Hey, reminder to do the quiz. Just so that I'm not going to be real obnoxious. I just want to make sure that we're doing this over and over and over again. The last favor that I would ask that I didn't write about in the email, the last two favors, I guess. Number one, please, if you know anybody that would be willing to participate, I have right now about 70 of you that are willing to come play. I want at least 100. Hey, I'd take 1,000. If you know somebody that would be willing to come play, please forward this to them. That would be really, really helpful. I'd be very thankful for that. And number two, if you want to really get a feel for the kind of stuff that the book's going to be about and that I'm trying to accomplish with this book, I'm going to embed an audio in the email. It'll just be a link to a SoundCloud audio. Feel free to check that out, and you'll hear a little bit of me teaching about the subject. It's a training call that I did for my company, but it'll give you a good feel. So anyway, thank you so much. I know this is like a 6.5-minute video. I didn't expect that to be the case. Thank you for doing this. I cannot wait to go and play. This is going to be awesome. Have a phenomenal, fantastic day. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for helping me do this. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.